Stand at the front of the mat with your hands to your heart. Slowly begin breathing through the nose. Inhale up. Exhale, cascade down into forward fold. Inhale, rise up to flat back. Exhale, fold over. Continue to breathe. Allow the blood to cascade down your back, into your shoulders, down your arms, through to your hands. Relax your neck and slowly sway back and forth, loosening up your back and your hamstrings, your arms and shoulders. Your legs don't have to be perfectly straight. Just continue to breathe. Continue breathing. Relax. Allow the neck to be soft. Keep breathing and slowly rise up vertebrae by vertebrae. Take your time. Continue breathing. Bring your hands to your heart. Rise up into mountain pose. Fold down into forward fold. Rise up to flat back, halfway up. Put your hands down and step back into plank. Flat back, arms strong, slowly lower down with your elbows in. All four limbs down, rise up into cobra. Take a few breaths here. Flex your legs, extend your feet out. Don't compromise your lower back. Continue to breathe. Head down. Press back into downward dog. You're in an inverted V. Pedal out your feet. Continue to breathe. Your legs don't have to be perfectly straight. Feel the stretch in the sides of your body, in the backs of your legs. Arms strong. Neck relaxed. Keep breathing. Your feet don't have to be down to the ground. Your heels will likely be up. And again, your legs don't have to be perfectly straight. Keep breathing. This should feel good. Equal weight in your hands and feet. Step, walk, or jump your feet forward into forward fold. Continue to breathe and allow the blood to cascade down. Feel the hamstrings stretch. Rise up into mountain pose. Hands overhead. Hands back down to your heart. Rise up into mountain. Step back into plank. Strong, long body. Elbows in. Slowly lower down. Onto all fours. Rise up into a cobra. Legs strong. Toes pointed. Back and shoulders flexed. Neck long. Continue to breathe. Press back into downward dog. Pedal out the feet a little if you like. If it's getting to be too much, you can always go down into a child's pose. Continue breathing. Feel it in your hamstrings. Press equally into your hands and your feet. You want 50% of the weight in your front and 50% of the weight into your back. Walk, step, or jump forward. Fold into a forward fold. Rise up into mountain. Step back. Rise up into warrior one. Breathe. Deep breath. Exhale, come down. Place your hands to the front of the mat, step back into downward dog. Take nice deep breaths here. Your legs don't have to be perfectly straight. Step, walk, or jump forward. Take a breath. Rise up. Step back with the opposite foot. And rise up into warrior one. Hands strong, like they're being pulled up to the sky. Look up to the sky with a slight back bend. Both legs strong. Cartwheel hands down. Go back into downward dog. If pedaling out your feet feels good, if your legs not being totally bent feels good, do that. Walk, step, or jump your feet forward. Cascade into a forward fold. Rise up. Hands overhead. Hands back down into forward fold. Step back. Place your foot back. Go into warrior two. Bring your palms up, shoulders up. Keep the shoulders there and just move your hands as if someone's pulling on both sides. Now cascade your hands down. Step back into downward dog. If you need to pedal out your feet, if that feels good, do that. Walk, step, or jump your feet forward. Go into forward fold. Rise up. Hands down. Step your opposite foot back. Arms out as if someone's pulling on them. Palms up, then flip the palms. Keep the shoulders high. Take nice deep breaths, legs strong. Equal weight in both feet. The back foot's at a 45-degree angle and it should be flat. Cartwheel your hands down. Press back into downward dog. Nice deep breaths. Pressing firmly into the palms. Your middle finger facing forward. Hands spread out. On your toes. Legs slightly bent. Inverted V. Continue to breathe. Relax the neck. Keep breathing. Step your opposite foot forward and rise up into warrior one. Breathe. Hands down to the mat, press back into downward dog. Take a couple breaths here. Slowly step your foot forward and rise up into warrior one on the opposite side. Deep breath, hands high. Cartwheel your hands down to the front of the mat. Press back into downward dog. We're going to take several breaths here. Continuing to breathe. Another deep breath. Slowly crouch down and walk, step, or jump forward. Stay in this forward fold. Rise up with a deep breath. Bring your hands to your heart center. Keep breathing. Take a moment to center your mind. Just a few stretches left, and then you'll be able to relax. Slowly turn. Stand long ways on your mat. Place your feet wider than your shoulders. A good foot or so wider if you can. Take a deep breath. Raise your hands up. Lean to the left side. Just mirror what you're seeing. Hands up. Breathe. Go to the opposite side. Deep breath. Exhale. Take another deep breath. Rise up. Slowly come to a flat back. From your hips, extend out your spine. Bring your head as far forward as possible. Take a deep breath. Slowly lower your hands down. Just like in the forward fold, let the blood cascade down your back. If you can slide your feet out a little bit further, go ahead. Either slide them out or walk them out. Let your head be heavy and your neck light. If you can reach towards your shins, your ankles, or your feet, grab them as you take a deep breath. Don't pull too hard, just allow gravity and your weight to do all the work. Keep breathing the whole time. Your legs should be actively engaged. Slowly rise up, hands on the hips. Now shimmy your feet back till you get into a standing, comfortable position. With your feet about shoulder width apart. Step to the front of your mat. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, cascade down. Inhale up to a flat back to prepare. Exhale, step or jump back into plank. Slowly lower down into a push-up. Rise up into upward dog. Strong legs. Extend your feet. Breathe. Open up your chest. Press back into downward dog. Coming down the home stretch here. Take a few deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling into an inverted V. Feel as if someone's pulling up on your hips. 50% of the weight on your hands, 50% of the weight on your feet. Keep breathing. One more breath. Crouch down and walk, step, or jump forward to the front of your mat. Slowly rise up into forward fold and then rise all the way up. Hands down to your heart as you breathe. Put your hands on your hip. Raise your right foot and put it onto your calf or your inner thigh, not on your knee. Reach up to your inner thigh, put your hands in prayer, stare forward, rise your hands up if you can. Continue to stare at a drishti. Pick a spot on the wall or the ceiling. Continue to breathe. It's okay if you shake a little bit. I'm probably swaying a little bit too. Exhale your hands back down and your feet. Shake your feet out a little bit. Now let's do the opposite side. Spread your feet out. Lift your foot up on your calf or your upper thigh. Hands to your heart center, and if you can, rise them up, or otherwise just keep them at your heart center. Stare at a point on the wall or the ceiling. Again, it's okay if you sway. If you see the trees in the background, they're swaying and we're in tree pose. It's just natural. You can still be strong and sway. Put your foot down. Shake everything out. Just another minute or so. Hands into prayer. Now slowly begin to center your thoughts. Relax your breathing. Rise up. Cascade down into a forward fold. Take a nice breath. Up into a flat back. Down into a forward fold. Grab your opposite elbows with your hands. Give your elbows a little hug. And sway slowly side to side, moving from the lower back and the hips. You'll feel it a little bit in your legs. You can have your knees slightly bent. Again, allow the blood to cascade down your back and your shoulders and your neck, down to your hands. Now clasp your hands behind your back if you can. And if you can make them straight, make them straight. My arms don't bend totally straight, but I'm just trying. Relax the upper body and the neck. Get a good stretch, breathe. Bend a little bit, and then fold back down. Rise up strong. Exhale your hands down to heart center. Take a few centering breaths here. Breathe, nice and smooth. Breathe and slowly sit down into a comfortable seated position. Excellent job. Center your mind, hands into prayer.